Glennie Center for Adoption. This is.
Hi, my name is, and I'm pregnant, and I'm just looking at trying to find out what some of my options are.
Oh, yeah, of course. I can help you with that. I can start off telling you a little about me. I'm an options counselor at Gladney Center for Adoption. And
Okay.
basically my job is to kind of give you information about our program and what that can look like for you if you decide to move forward in making an adoption plan.
Everything about it just felt wrong. It felt cold. It felt like sales. It didn't feel like helping people. It didn't feel like a human services profession. It felt like body brokering.
With the advertising, adoption agencies are strategic. They will go to the poorer areas and they will put billboards up. Pregnant, not ready, unable to parent right now, we can help you. Call this number 24/7. We'll help you out.
This one time, there was a girl that they wanted me to talk to, and she was on the fence about adoption. Her mother also wanted her to keep her baby, and her mother was there with her that day. So prior to walking into the room to talk to this girl, they say to me, you need to make sure not to dissuade her.
There was certain months where there was a lot of adoptions taking place, a lot of individuals in a crisis coming in. And then there was times where there was hardly anybody. That's when the pressure would get put on us and say, well, how do you think your bills get paid? How do you think you get, to earn an income? Where do you think it comes from?
The way that I was told about pregnancy counseling phone calls was that we do not put them on hold. We do not tell them we're going to call them back. We talk to them immediately, and we keep them talking as long as we can, because if we don't, then they'll never call back.
So I walk in, and her mother is crying and sitting next to her. And she's sitting there just in almost a state of shock.
So there was definitely a lot of talk about looking under the bridge, going out there advertising. It went as far as individuals in my office to make Facebook pages where they would advertise towards teenagers. They wouldn't say that they were an agency. They would just go into the teen groups and say, like, the teen, pregnant, young, firstborn baby, I'm 16, can we exchange diapers? How they would have their own chat groups. This individual would go into those chat groups and say, oh, well, I can bring you, what size diapers do you need? I can come over and bring you diapers.
They'll say anything to that biological family to get them to sign off on the paperwork. But they know, because the lawyer's whispering in their ear, hey, once you're the parents, you can make all the decisions. Everything's on you. Once the papers are signed, you get to decide how much contact there is.
I stood up and I said, you have to keep your baby. You will regret it for the rest of your life if you don't keep your baby. And I saw the social workers' mouths just sort of drop open, and I was doing exactly what they told me not to do. So I stood up, I got up, and I left. And I never went back. And I'm sorry to say, I don't know what happened with the girl.
We would go over to their house and bring them diapers. And then along with the diapers, we would sit down and say, how is everything? How difficult is life going? Oh, you have another child. Oh, this must be really hard for you.
There shouldn't be a lawyer to represent the mother and the adoptive family. That's a conflict of interest that nobody really talks about. People don't want to use the same realtor to sell their house and for the buyers. So why would you use the same lawyer for an adoption with a baby? I've seen stories where the lawyer will make it extremely hard for the mother to acquire the paperwork to take the kid back after she changes her mind. The lawyer will try to run out the clock on that, and it's just not right.
That's what coercion is. It's very subtle. It can be very big, kicking and screaming, or it can be a very subtle whisper, and agencies take advantage of you in that regard.
It was from that moment that my eyes were opened to this industry. It's an industry.